So your first 2 clues on your Who Am I, just to catch us up on the recording. For 10 points, I was born on the 10th of May 1960 in Dublin. 10th of May 1960 in Dublin. For 8 points, I was knighted in 2007. And your next clue for 6 points, we've got a few gone for 8, one gone for 10. Your next clue for 6 points, my full name, Paul David Hewson. My full name is Paul David Hewson. Obviously, I don't want you to say this is Paul David Hewson as your answer. I would like you to give me the name that you will all know him by. Sharon Rose and Chloe going for 6. Greg O'Donoghue gone for 6. Any guesses, Mum? Struggling at the minute, no worries. Terry gone for 6. There's a couple more getting it on his real name there. So I was born 10th of May 1960 in Dublin. I was knighted in 2007. And my real name is Paul David Hewson. Mary does not seem confident for her 8 points that she claimed. Let's say that. Constantine's gone for 6. For 5 points, I am well known for activism for social justice causes, particularly in Africa. I am well known for activism for social justice causes, particularly in Africa. Joe Fishwick's just, where's Joe Fishwick come from? I can't see her. Oh, there you are. There you are. 3 across, 2, 3 down. Defending champions gone for 6. Sarah, 10. 10, Sarah, 10. Is that one of them you thought you knew it on 10 but didn't go for it? Yeah. Jean's gone for 5. Boothie's gone for 6. Boothie gone for 5 even. So I'm well known for activism for social justice causes, particularly in Africa. For 4 points, I suffer from glaucoma and often wear sunglasses. Now do you know it, Mum? My mum's gone for 4. So I suffer from glaucoma and often wear sunglasses. For 3 points, I'm a musical frontman. For 3 points, I'm a musical frontman. For 2 points, I'm the lead singer of the band U2. And for 1 point, my initials and a quarter of my name is B. Nice and simple. I am, of course, Bono. So let's see how many people got. Dazzler's got 8. David Anique, 0. Mary, 0. If you get a 0, let me know who you went for, just out of interest. Constantine's 6. Sharon Rose and Chloe, 6. Sarah gets 5. Danny Wadsworth, 6. Kath gets the 10 she went for. Very, very well done. Jean, 5. Terry, 6. Joe, 6. Boothie, 5. Bob Geldof for Dave and also for Mary as well. My mum gets the 4 she went for, yeah. So a couple went wrong and both went with Geldof. 3 went wrong, both all with Geldof. Bono has been knighted, but because he's Irish, he's got an honorary knighthood, so he can't use the Sir title, but he has been knighted. Teamwork and Bob Geldof. Yeah, so a few gone for Geldof there. Interesting. Greg, 6. Some decent scores there. Well done. Right, I'm going to move on to your first 10 general knowledge questions. So all usual rules apply with this one, really. 10 questions, straight up. Ask for any repeats at the end if you think of anything you need. So, question 1. Which Scottish band had their first UK hits in the late 80s and was led by Ricky Ross? Which Scottish band had their first UK hit in the late 80s and was led by Ricky Ross? Question 2. Who created the characters Squirrel Nutkin and Peter Rabbit? Who created the characters Squirrel Nutkin and Peter Rabbit? Question 3. Which was the first British car to sell 1 million units? The first British car to sell 1 million units.
Johnny?
Yeah, mate.
Do you mean to be sold in Britain or British car?
I think it's sold anywhere. British car sold anywhere, I think. I will double check that for you. It was the first British car to sell over 1 million units. Blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty confident it could be anywhere, but it was the first one to sell over 1 million. It's probably both, to be honest with you. Without giving too much of a clue away, at the time it was, I can't imagine there being too much export of vehicles onto the continent. So I would probably suggest it would be British sales. Question 4. Where do the Wombles live? Where do the Wombles live? Question 5. Which author wrote the James Bond books? Which author wrote the James Bond books? Question 6. What ceased to be legal tender in March 1988? What ceased to be legal tender in March 1988? Question 7. Who had the face that launched 1,000 ships? Who had the face that launched 1,000 ships? Question 8. Which part of the body can increase by up to 8 times in size when excited? Which part of the body can increase by up to 8 times in size when excited? Question 9. What's the favourite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What is the favourite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? May as well. You're not frozen them, have you? No, because I got 2 sets. And question 10, the last one before we have a little break. Who are there more statues of in the world than anyone else? Who are there more statues of in the world than anyone else? So I'll let you have a little think about that one while we have a little break. So we'll have 5 to 10 minutes. So let's go till somewhere between 10 past and quarter past. And then we'll crack on with your second Who Am I? And your wipeout answers and your second 10 questions. So make sure you've got your wipeout answers ready to essentially hand in how this one works. I'm after any of the 10 EU capital cities that are north of London. So your 10 correct answers, and this one was pinched from Tenable, by the way. It's the first one I've actually robbed off Tenable. And I had to read through probably about 30 until I found one that I thought was decent. So I don't think I'll do it again. But 10 EU capitals north of London. We've got Helsinki. We've got Tallinn. My mum's pulling faces already. That doesn't fill me with confidence. We've got Stockholm. Oh no. You know north means up, don't you?
Yeah.
We've got Riga.
Yeah, I got that one.
Helsinki, Tallinn, Stockholm, Riga. Copenhagen.
I guess the
Vilnius. We've got Dublin. We've got Berlin. Always baffles me that that's north of London, but it is. I even checked it on a map. We've got Amsterdam. And we've got one left who's sweating. Warsaw. Oh, we're not jumping up and down for Warsaw. It looks like that was a good one. Booth in disbelief again, I think, there. So we've got 10 from David Einig. That is an incredible 10. Very, very well done.
Is Iceland not in the EU?
Iceland not in the EU, mate, no. It is the most northerly capital city in the world, though, Reykjavik. Just double check it for me. It's an old question a couple of years ago. I'm pretty sure Iceland not in the EU, but feel free to check. Wadsworth 6, Joe 7, Terry 4, Mary 4. All that shouting, Mary, for 4. You're waiting on Warsaw. You're always celebrating 4. Ryan Walker 0. Let us know where you put Ryan out of interest. Greg 8, very good. 8's a great score there. Sarah 5, standard, decent score. Sharon Rosenberg 9, very, very well done. Couldn't get Riga. I think Riga was one of the more gettable ones, to be honest with you. Ryan went for Oslo. Gene 0. Yeah, if you wiped out on that, it's always fun to find out who people wiped out on. Kath 7. Mum. My mum gets the 4 she went for, so just chipping away. Keep getting your 4s. Oslo and Reykjavik. Spelt wrong. Very much spelt wrong. I wouldn't give you the point for that anyway, the way that's spelt, to be honest with you. Right, so that's our wipeout round. We're going to move on to your second Who Am I? But it is not a Who Am I? It's a What Am I? All the usual rules apply. 10, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I am a What Am I, not a Who Am I? For 10 points, I was open to the public on the 14th of May, 1894. Some of you might even remember that. I was open to the public on the 14th of May, 1894. So after giving out 10 points for the Leaning Tower of Pisa the other week, I would not be surprised if I gave out 10 points there. Joe's gone for 10 again. I don't know what to say. If that's right for 10, I do not know what to say. There's some weird knowledge going on if you know that one as well. Are you tempted? My mum's tempted for 10. You're not going for 10, but you're tempted. Yeah. Okay. So for 10 points, I was opened to the public on the 14th of May, 1894. Any more takers for 10? Just one in so far. Any more takers for 10 points? I don't think so. For 8 points, I was designated a Grade 1 listed building in 1973. I was designated a Grade 1 listed building in 1973. Any takers for 8? So just the one so far, and that's for 10. And it doesn't look like we've got any takers for 8 so far. Boothie looks like he's sweating. He's tempted. He's not sure. Seems quiet for 8. Don't think there's any coming in, so I'm going to go on to 6. 6 points. 5 million Accrington bricks were used in my construction. 5 million Accrington bricks were used in my construction? Sharon, Rose and Chloe have gone for 6 on the brick one. Constantine's have gone for 6 on the brick one. Terry Moran gone for 6. Greg O'Donoghue gone for 6. Daz and Co have gone for 6 as well, privately. They don't send messages to the group, you just run privately to me. Kath's gone for 6. Mary's going for 6. Not put Bob Geldof again, have you? David Inique gone for 6 as well. There's quite a few coming in there for 6 on the Accrington brick one. For 5 points, did you go for 6 by the way? Were you still only 5?
No.
But for 5 points, I am 518 feet tall. 518 feet tall. It's not what you were thinking, is it?
No.
No. Boothie's gone for 5. Did you change your mind on what you were tempted with, or did you go for what you went? You went for the one you were thinking. Jean's gone for 5. You're thinking, what's an Accrington brick, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's part of the question, that, I suppose.
I don't know any. I can't think of it. Anything. Not there.
For 4 points, I was modelled on the Eiffel Tower. Oh, go on.
Yeah.
My mum's gone for 4. The Wadsworths have gone for 4. What's Booby messaging me? If I'm right, the brick bit is cheeky. It is a bit cheeky. It is a little bit cheeky. Team Walker's gone for 4 there as well. I think, are you gone for 4? Mum's gone for 4. I think that's most teams are in now, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna speed up for the last couple. But for 3 points, I am a popular tourist attraction in a northern English town. There aren't many of those. Ryan's gone for 3. Sarah and Lee have gone for 3. For 2 points, I'm an observation tower and was the tallest man-made structure in the British Empire when I was built. The tallest man-made structure in the British Empire when I was built. I'm pretty sure I was also built in the first town to have electric street lighting. I think that's a fact about the town that I'm built in, but I'll have to double check that one. For 1 point, I am in Blackpool. So for 2 points, I am a tower. For 1 point, I am in Blackpool. Is anyone struggling? I am, of course, Blackpool Tower. Let's see, how many did people get? Did anyone get 0? Who got what? How did Joe do? Which went for 10. That's interesting. So we've got 6, 6, 6. G's 5. Ryan's 3. Wadsworth 4. Terry 6. Boothie 5. Joe gets the 10. She went well. That's fantastic. I'm going to have to stop asking about random buildings and when they were open to the public, because that seems to be your specialist subject for some strange reason. Sharon Rose and Chloe 6. Sarah and Lee 3. Mary 6. Mum, did you get the 4 you went for? You did. David and I need 6. Kat 6. Everyone got 0 on that round. I don't think I've seen any 0s there. I'm disappointed. I do like seeing 0s. No, looks like everyone. Tell Stuart to take off the glasses. He's not fooled anyone. Team Walker gets 4. Right, I'm going to move on to our second set of 10 questions for tonight's quiz. Make sure you've written down how many points you've scored for those wipeout rounds, your Who Am I rounds, so we can top them up at the end. And we're going to move on to question 11. What's the first station after go on a Monopoly board? What is the first station after go on a Monopoly board? Question 12. In the well-known saying, what is the road to hell said to be paved with? In the well-known saying, what is the road to hell said to be paved with? Question 13. Which American city gets its name from the Spanish for the meadows? Which American city gets its name from the Spanish for the meadows? Boothie says it, Darren's block paving. Yeah. And the well-known saying, what is the road to hell said to be paved with? Darren's block paving. Question 14. What is the only anagram of the word shingle? What is the only anagram of the word shingle? Question 15. What colour is the cross on the Finland flag? What colour is the cross on the Finland flag? Question 16. Tony Stark is the alter ego of who? Tony Stark is the alter ego of who? Question 17. What does a somnambulist do? What does a somnambulist do? Question 18. I'm feeling generous, so I'm going to give you a point for each on these ones. Which 3 fruits go into making the drink Vimto? Which 3 fruits go into making the drink Vimto? Question 19. What's the only road sign that's on an inverted triangle? The only road sign that's on an inverted triangle. And question 20, the last question on tonight's quiz. If a German wanted to give you a handy as a gift, what would they be giving you? If a German wanted to give you a handy as a gift, what would they be giving you? Right, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes just to finish off, fill in any blanks that you might have, finish off any blanks on your picture round, and then we'll go through some answers and we'll tot them up and see who scored what. Any repeats, just fire away in the group chat, and I'll be happy to read them out again. So Boothie's asked for number 13 again. Which American city gets its name from the Spanish for the meadows? And spell 17. 17, a somnambulist. S-O-M-N-A-M-B-U-L-I-S-T. Somnambulist. And Mary, how do you spell question 20, please? It's quite an informal term, to be honest with you, so I'm not quite sure exactly how to spell it, but let's go for H-A-N-D-Y. H-A-N-D-Y. Oh, dear me.
Yeah, Simon.
Paul says that's right, I think, there. Is that what you're saying about the spelling of handy, Paul? Have you received one or two handies in your time? Is that what we're getting at? How do you spell question 20? Handy. And question 15. What colour is the cross on the Finland flag? That's question 15.
Crossy?
Yeah, mate.
Can I get 12 and 13, mate? Sorry.
12 and 13. Yeah, number 12. In the well-known saying, what is the road to hell said to be paved with? That's number 12. And number 13, which American city gets its name from the Spanish for the meadows?
Right.
Spanish
Cheers,
for the meadows.
Cheers, mate.
No worries. Greg wants number 11. Not a problem. Number 11 again. What's the first station after go on a Monopoly board? The first station you come to after go on a Monopoly board. Right, it doesn't look like we've got any more repeats there, so we'll give you another 60 seconds or so just to finish in any blanks that you might have, and then we'll run through some answers. So you got your 1 minute warning. Any guesses for your picture end? Any blanks? Have you? Got you clean up on them. Right, is everyone sat down, ready to go through some answers? Looks like it. Doesn't look like I've got anyone missing. So let's run through some answers. So I'm going to start off with your picture round. I was after the game show for the picture round. There's 15 of them. The first one, number 1, Crystal Maze. Number 2, Family Fortunes. Number 3 is The Chase. Number 4, Golden Balls. Number 5, It's a Knockout. Number 6, The Weakest Link. Number 7 is The Cube. Number 8 is University Challenge. Number 9, Play Your Cards Right. Number 10, Pointless. Number 11, Catchphrase. Number 12, Bullseye. Number 13 is Eggheads. Number 14 is Tipping Point. And number 15 is Mastermind. I'm expecting there might be a couple of full marks there, but let's see. 13 from David Arney. 15 from the Constantines. 15 Terry. 14 the Wadsworths. 15 Joe. 14 Mary. 15 Ryan. 15 Sharon Rose and Chloe. 15 from Boothie, thanks to Beck's mum and dad. Kath, 15. Greg, 14. Jean, 15. Mum, 10 for my mum. Sarah, 14. High scores there. We like our quizzes. Daz, 15. Yeah, very, very high scores there. I thought there were a couple in there that were a little bit trickier, maybe, but maybe not. Right, I'm going to move on to your 20 questions. Let's go through some answers on your 20 questions. Question 1. Which Scottish band had their first UK hit in the late 80s and was led by Ricky Ross? That was Deacon Blue. Question 2. Who created the characters Squirrel Nutkin and Peter Rabbit? Beatrix Potter. Question 3. Which was the first British car to sell 1 million units? That was the Morris Minor. There's a few got that. We've got a couple jumping up and down. Question 4. Where did the Wombles live? The Wombles lived on Wimbledon Common. The Wimbles lived on Wimbledon Common. Wimbledon Common. Question 5. Which author wrote the James Bond books? That was Ian Fleming. Question 6. What ceased to be legal tender in March 1988? That was the £1 note. Question 7. Who had the face that launched 1,000 ships? That was Helen of Troy. Question 8. Which part of the body can increase by up to 8 times when excited? It's the pupil. Has anyone been naughty? Question 9. What's the favourite food of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That's pizza. Question 10. Who are there more statues of in the world than anyone else? The Virgin Mary. Did anyone get that out of interest? Joe's got it. A lot of thumbs down, not many thumbs ups.
I've also got it, but I overrid it.
Question 11. What's the first station I have to go on a Monopoly board? That's King's Cross. Question 12. In the well-known saying, what is the road to hell said to be paved with? It's said to be paved with good intentions. Question 13. Which American city gets its name from the Spanish for the meadows? That's Las Vegas. Question 14. What's the only anagram of the word shingle? English. Question 15. What's the colour of the cross on the Finland flag? It's blue. Question 16. Tony Stark is the alter ego of Iron Man. Question 17. What does a somnambulist do? A somnambulist sleepwalks. Go on, Mum. What did you put for that one? Makes violins. Makes violins.
Yeah.
A somnambulist makes violins. It's quite specific, but no, he doesn't. Unless he does it when he's sleepy, he doesn't know. Question 18. Which 3 fruits go into making the drink? Vimto. Point for each on this one. I'm feeling generous. Grape, blackcurrant, and raspberry. Question 19. What's the only road sign to be on an inverted triangle? That's a giveaway sign. And question 20. If a German wanted to give you a handy as a gift, what would they be giving you? They will be giving you a mobile phone.
So not a handkerchief.
Not a handkerchief, no. That's one of the less rude answers, though, I'd imagine. But yeah, a mobile phone, a handy. So that concludes tonight's quiz. A tissue. Yeah, fair enough. What was number 11? Terry says, what was number 11? Number 11 was King's Cross. King's Cross Station was number 11. Right, so if you can get your scores added up, don't forget to add on your wipeout round and your who am I rounds and your picture round and all the other rounds we do. And let us know how many points you've got. Boom, Constantine's 54. Straight in there. 53 followed up with Sharon Rose and Chloe. So it's the Constantines to beat on 54. 39 for Budith. 40 for Mary. 47 for the Wadsworths. 42 for Sarah. 40 for Jean. 43 for Terry. Darren's lost count. No, adding up's not his forte. 35 for Team Walker.
32.
32 for Mum. So what have we got to beat here? 54 for the Constantines. 34 from Ryan. Some big scores from Joe into some of them rounds. So I'm wondering if she can hold on to a crown. She won it last week with 52, I think. 54 to beat this week. 50 for Greg. Greg, that's a great score. Joe, 56. Dad's 54. There's a couple of 54s, 156. Kath says 58. Kath, is that a genuine 58? Is it actually a 58? Show me you're adding up. That's fantastic. If you've got 58, that's a fantastic score. Use Phil's fingers too. Yeah, that's good for another 12. 58 for Kath. Anyone to beat 58? Any takers on 58? I reckon that's everyone in. So I think our winners tonight with a mammoth score of 58 points is Kath, Phil and Ian. I assume, is that everyone in your team, Kath, Phil and Ian? That is a superb score. Well done. Very well done. So that concludes this evening's quiz. Thank you all very much for taking part. I hope you've all had fun. We've had some massive scores there, to be fair. I mean, 4 scores well into the 50s. That's a really, really good effort. So, yeah, very well done to everyone. I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves. I'm pretty sure that next week will be our last online quiz. And then we'll be going back to either a week off or we'll be in the cricket club to continue what we've started, or what we've started in the cricket club, to be fair. So going back to our natural habitat and seeing how we get on there on a Tuesday night. So thank you all for taking part. I'll see you again next week. Same times and everything. So 7:15 for your picture round, 7:45 for your first Who Am I? And let's all enjoy yourselves as we have done. So thank you all very much. Lots of comments there. You're all very, very welcome.
Crossy,
Phil, yes.
you have to. Donna and Kevin are on our team. You have to mention them. They've been here
I
every
didn't know
week.
that because you've got 2 different things on here. I actually said, is that Kath, Phil and Ian, is that everyone? And Kath's there nodding, saying, yeah, that's it. That's just us 3. So Kevin and Donna have helped out as well. Oh, anyone else? Have you roped anyone else into your team this week for a win? So very well done. It's a superb score, that. It's a superb score. Very well done. But yeah, thank you all for taking part. See you all next week.
Why did he only ask us? Can I just say, why did you only ask us our score? You never said to anybody else, are you sure that's the right score?